theaters and showtimes, visit fathomevents.com.
I'm Robert Osborne. So glad you could join us right now for our session with this month's TCM guest programmer. She's somebody who's been a huge part of the radio industry for decades. She's Howard Stern's longtime radio co-host and newswoman, Robin Quivers. Welcome, Robin.
Thank you, Robert, for having me.
Good to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Now, Robin has chosen 4 films from the TCM vault to share with you tonight. Her first choice is a movie that also happens to be one of my great favorites, a movie directed by George Stevens and released in 1951, A Place in the Sun. Now, there's so much good about this movie, but why particularly did you pick this?
Well, I think the first thing that struck me about the film was the fact that Montgomery Clift is so incredible in the movie. And then, of course, there's the dazzling Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
And probably one of the first times I'd ever seen her acting. You know, we all knew her from the, Photo Play magazine and all of her carrying on. But to actually see her acting. And it was a story from a book that I had read. I had read the Theodore Dreiser novel. So I wanted to see, I wanted to see how it was adapted to film. And the performances are so poignant. You know the yearning, the aspiring that's going on inside Montgomery Clift. You know exactly what Shelley Winters wants from her life.
Right.
And you see the people who have it all.
Right.
And what they're like. And it's almost like you're outside looking in if you're Montgomery Clift or Shelley Winters. And so there's this tension that happens in the film that keeps you riveted the entire time you're watching it.
I also love the way it grabs you the minute it starts.
Oh, absolutely.
Montgomery Clift's out hitchhiking on a road.
Yes.
And they do a close-up, and they've got you.
Yes.
And Elizabeth Taylor sails by in a car.
Sails by, right.
But, I mean, from that moment on, they'd have you.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's got a great music score to it.
There's nothing wrong with this film. This film is perfect in every way.
Yeah. I also think this is a movie that if you ever get a chance to see a movie from the 30s called An American Tragedy that Joseph von Sternberg directed with Philip Holmes, Francis D., and Sylvia Sidney. It's the same story, a true story that it's based on, and it's just a terrible movie. And so you really realize what a genius somebody like George Stevens is to make this so mesmerizing with the right cast, the right mood, the right everything.
Even Raymond Burr is perfect as that lawyer who's so antagonistic.
Yes, and Elizabeth Taylor's parents in the movie are perfect for that. Yeah, it's great. I'm so glad you picked it, because anytime we show this movie and it introduces A Place in the Sun to anybody, I'm thrilled.
I think that everyone should see this film.
Well, let's have a look right here. Here it is from 1951, directed by George Stevens and starring Montgomery Clift, Elizabeth Taylor, and Shelley Winters. Here's A Place in the Sun.